Welcome to Sit, Stay, Read, the podcast for every wag, whinny, and whisker. I'm Kathleen Donnelly, award-winning author and retired canine handler. Each week, I chat with novelists about the bond we share with our furry friends and how they inspire stories. Grab a coffee, get cozy with your favorite pet. It's time to sit, stay, read. Well, today I'm welcoming USA Today best-selling cozy mystery author Traci Hall to the show. Her newest release, Murder at the Scottish Games, book 7 in the Scottish Shire mystery series, is a fun, twisty whodunit set in Scotland. So Traci, welcome to the show.
I am so glad to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk with you because when I first found out about Murder at the Scottish Games, I didn't realize this was the 7th book in this series. I got on your website and here's all these books with the best little Scottish Terrier on the front, and I was like, how did I miss these? This is awesome. So thank you for coming on. Tell us a little bit about the storyline for Murder at the Scottish Games.
Sure. I have to tell you that that Wallace is the Scottie, and he's gotten me more than one fan. I've had people that are like, I bought the book because of the dog. I'm like, yeah, smart marketing. The Scottish Shire series is about a single mom in Nairn, and she's 18 when she ends up pregnant, and she has to kind of go against in the Nairn that I've written about is kind of very much like has these more like old school kind of values. And she was raised with her mom, with her gran, and going to church and all of that. And so there was a lot of people looking down their noses at Paislee when she decided that she was going to go ahead and just raise Brody by herself. And her mom did not agree, and her mom moved to America after her dad had died. And so Paislee feels kind of abandoned, but Gran takes her in and she's like, you can knit, you can do this. You have the skills and the intelligence, to be able to do this and do it without, feeling like you should have your head down because you have no reason to do that. So Gran is her number one supporter.
Nice.
And actually, when Gran dies is when Paislee and Brody get Wallace, and that's kind of the reason that they end up with Wallace. So
Was Wallace, since I don't know all of the backstory, was Wallace Gran's dog, or did they get him just as kind of to help them through the grief?
Yes, very much to help through the grief. And so they got him as a puppy, and I had the best readers. They were, this Scottie is the best behaved Scottie. I'm like, okay, I need to obviously do a little bit more research. So Wallace has been to training because Wallace ate socks as a puppy. And so Paislee had to hire a trainer so that he could be quite so well behaved.
I love it. I haven't met many Scotties, but I actually met one at a book club I went to, and he or she, I think it was a she, was hysterical because she sat up on the couch and refused to get off. She was like, I'm just, yeah. And so, yeah, I can see that side to them. But you've never had a Scottie yourself.
I never did have a Scottie. No, because in Writerland, you can just kind of do whatever you want. And then it's like, oh, wait a minute. It's not just like I had Pomeranians, and I had I started off with the 18-pound Pomeranians. So it was kind of like same size, but temperament was completely different, And then I had the tiny Pomeranians. I had the little 8-pound. And then now we have a 8-pound, or I think she's like 7.5 pounds, and she's a little Chihuahua rescue. So yeah.
They're
but
so cute.
I would definitely get a Scottie, except for I am not good at grooming, and they have to be groomed. And so they're not, I don't have time for that. So I'm going to admire them and write about them, but not own one.
I understand that. That's the best way to do it. I have Malinois in my book, and I love them. They're great dogs, but I would never own one. Not unless I was going back to work.
There you go.
Well, I'm curious about the setting in Scotland. Were you there and then decided, like, have you traveled to there? Have you been to Norn or
No,
no?
I have
Okay.
not. I've
Okay.
not
So why
been.
Scotland? What inspired you to set it there?
Actually, it was my agent's idea. And
Okay.
he's like,
Okay.
I tell this story kind of often, but he was like, well, are you Scottish or, whatever? And I'm like, my family is Irish because my mom has, red hair and green eyes. And then we did the DNA, and that's not true.
Oh my gosh. Oh
Grandma had to do some fessing up a little bit, and
wow.
turns out that we're Scottish. We have some Scottish, we've got some Irish, and we're just kind of a mix. But I do have
I
some.
love it.
And my son was able to kind of trace the Boyd last name to some of the Scottish royalty, which I thought was so interesting. I love
Oh,
history.
very
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it turned out to be true. But it didn't start out that way.
I love it. Well, that's fantastic that you've discovered this, or I think it's fantastic. I don't know. I'm Irish and my husband has Scottish ancestry, so we got it all covered there
Yeah,
as well.
same,
But
same thing. We're all kind of mutts.
we are.
Yeah.
We are. Well, let's go back to Paisley. I found her to be just a wonderful character, and here she is, a single mom, and Brody now is hitting some challenging times. These are not easy times with a
No.
young teenage boy. So tell us a little more about that.
Well, do you have kids?
I don't. I don't, but
Okay.
I worked when I worked the canines, I was in schools a lot. So
Oh,
Portland.
so
So
like that age
yeah.
is just awkward. And so
It is.
I had a son. My son was, and my daughter. So they're a year and a half apart, but they were
Wow.
only a year apart in school. And that was
Okay.
awful. It was terrible. My son hated it. My daughter loved it because he had all the cute friends. And of course, he was
Ah.
like, stop. But
Love it.
our house was the kind of we kind of lived behind the high school. My daughter was in the guard, so we always just had kids over. And so
Okay.
to me, it was just always it just was such a difference between the boys and the girls. And
Yeah.
so it was it was very much just a kind of a labor of love, I think, to be able to put in all of the aches and pains of having a kid. And she loves Brody so much, and she
She
wants to
does.
not make any mistakes. And so I've really tried to make sure that the character, of course, Pace is growing, of course, Brody is growing, so that will change, but I need to always kind of make sure that that core thing does not
Yeah.
change for her. So,
Yeah. Yeah. No, she's a great mom and there's some struggles in the
yeah.
especially in the well through the whole book, but as we meet Brody, so I thought that was very realistic and well done just from what I know of kids. The other thing I loved was the accent. Like I'm reading it and I'm hearing Scottish in my head
Oh,
and the
very
Scottish
cool.
accent. Yeah, so was that hard to write? Was it difficult?
It was, I had to figure out a system because
Okay.
like I like I have a wonderful narrator for the books. Her name is Beverly A. Crick, and she
Okay.
just does a fabulous job. But I didn't
Nice.
like going through, I didn't start with her. So I mean I didn't, you write the book first. And so I was
Right.
really reading, and my editor and I had decided we really were writing this for an American audience. And so we don't want to be too Scottish. And so
Yeah.
it's you have to kind of you just have to be kind of be careful. And so, in order to differentiate from Paisley, who was raised by Gran, who was a school teacher, she is not, she doesn't have as much of the accent as some of the
Okay.
other characters. And so, and I don't know if you kind of pick up on that or not, but it's some people do, but not many.
Now that I think about it, I'll be honest, I didn't, but now that you say it, like her
You'll probably
friend
go back
probably
and go,
had a
yeah.
little more. Yeah. Yeah.
And I just try to explain that as, Gran was the one that, she just kind of taught her
Mhm.
to not, speak with. So she's going to slow down and, finish her sentences. And yeah, but Brody's not going to do that. Grandpa's not going to do that. Um, and giving her grandpa was such it was such a joy to be able to figure
Mhm.
out that relationship because when you're writing, as you know, you have to make sure that your characters kind of are put through the ringer a little and they got to suffer a
Yes.
little bit. So it's
Yes,
like,
they do.
okay. And you got to make sure that they have a way to get out. And I thought that giving Paisley grandpa allowed her to have like this other kind of person in her life that kind of is a not really a mirror, but just like
Hmm.
he's able to be able to kind of look at another point of view besides
Yeah.
just her because it's
Yeah.
just her and Brody and that's it. So you need someone sometimes, not just a masculine, but just even another person in your family, besides Lydia, who is definitely a wonderful friend and godmother and all that, but
Yes.
so I thought that, yeah, giving grandpa, and it's showing in the first book, you're showing that Paisley really does have a heart. And that's, kind of,
Yes.
yes, it's hard, but
Yeah.
also she will do the right thing always.
Oh, definitely. And Grandpa was a great character. So was there an inspiration for him?
No,
Okay.
but if ever it was made into a movie, I knew for sure I wanted Pierce Brosnan to be him.
Oh, I can see
Could you
that.
see
That would
that?
be great. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
like
think
that.
so.
It would be a great movie. So if anyone out there is listening who wants to make it,
Go
I would like to see
ahead.
it. And now I'd like to see Pyrrhus as grandpa. That'd be great.
And so I don't know if you do this for your characters, but like I have in my mind. So for me, Paisley is Emma Stone,
Okay. Okay. Oh, I
and
can see that. Yes.
yeah, and that's how I cheat. So it's like, what are their birthdays? Emma Stone. What is Emma Stone's birthday? That's how I can remember Paisley's birthday.
I
No.
like that's a good idea. I might have to steal that from
Secrets.
you. Yes, secrets. Everyone heard it here first, secrets of writers. So, what about Brody and Lydia? Who would play them?
Oh gosh, Brody, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
And I don't
Okay.
know for Lydia either, because Lydia
Okay.
to me is just so unique. She just is unique and she just is a cool person.
She is.
I like her
She
too,
is.
very, very
Yeah.
much. But
Yeah. Yeah,
and
she's
Brody started off as one of these one of these child actors, but now that he's growing so much, again, I haven't updated him in my head, in my mental Rolodex.
Oh, cool. Well, I would also love to know let's talk about her love interest, Mac
Hmm?
or Zeph, right? D.I. Zeph. Am I saying that right? Zeph?
Zephyr, yeah, Max
Zephyr.
Zephyr.
Okay. Mac Zephyr. Okay. I wanted to make sure.
Well, so we started off with Hamish, but it wasn't even really like a love interest so much because she
Okay.
truly is like there was sparks and they went kind of on one date, but they didn't really go anywhere because for
Okay.
her, it's not it was about Brody being always being about Brody. And so
Okay.
when she's had one relationship in her whole entire life, like, it was one night, and one fateful night. And so and it's so fun. I'm gonna maybe kind of skip ahead because by book I'm writing Murder at the Scottish Book Club right now. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, so by here, she definitely has chosen Mac. And so
Okay.
but she still has to, we're still going just really slow because for her, her relationship skills with a man are nothing, And so it's hard, but
Yeah.
it's also fun because I remember being awkward, very awkward. So she's supposed to be, or well, she is. So she's 31 at the time of the book club. And so Scottish Halloween is one I think that comes next. And then the
Okay.
Scottish book club. And
Okay.
so her relationship with Mac progresses, but they still are very slow because he is a detective also, and he understands completely more than anyone where Paisley is coming from. And so
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know at this book, like, do you know that he was a child model and that's how he got all his money?
I'm trying to remember. So this was the first book I ended up reading. I didn't realize there were six before this. So so I apologize. So I don't remember
No.
if that was in here or not, but tell us a little bit
Okay.
about so
So Zephyr was just he definitely his character is he's just very much a very patient man. And
okay.
he the reason, that he was watching Paisley and Grandpa was because Grandpa had a natural son who was working possibly for the Norwegians and doing, you know, various nefarious things.
Okay.
And um, and so Zephyr was watching Paisley and Mac, or Paisley and Grandpa, to see if they were part of this Norwegian crime syndicate. And of course, Paisley is all affronted, saying, "What?"
Right.
Like, yeah. But I forget which one. I forget which book that is, but I think it's number 4 where we finally get the
Okay.
Craig information. So.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So the what's really nice is the books seem to obviously build on each other, but coming in with book 7, starting out there, it read as such a great standalone, it wasn't hard to read, and so
That's
so that
wonderful.
was
Thank you.
fantastic. Yeah, yeah.
Because you don't know. Because
It's hard. It's hard, isn't
yeah,
it?
each mystery, of course, is always going to be a standalone mystery. But there's just
Yeah.
like little things like character development that changes for each book. So I
Well,
don't
that's
know.
awesome. It gives listeners who love dog books some great they can go back and read and start from book 1. And I don't think we've given too many spoiler alerts. So probably Zephyr was the only one. So my apologies on that one if anyone starts at the beginning. But you also have several other series. You write romance and paranormal cozy. Do I have that right? And it looks
I
like you have some
did,
other
yeah.
animal characters. So if someone wants to read some more books, yeah, tell us
So
about
this
that.
this is Mrs. Morris and the Day of the Dead, and this is book 10 in the Salem Bed and Breakfast series. And
Okay.
this is actually the final in the series. So
Oh, wow.
it this is yeah, but this is written as Tracy Wilton. And it
Okay.
started off, this was the first book that I was writing with my co-writer,
Oh,
Patrice
wow.
Wilton. Yeah.
Okay.
And she retired after book 5. She was not into it anymore.
Okay.
She is she's fine. She's playing tennis and drinking martinis and
Oh, that
very,
sounds
very
nice. That sounds
happy.
great.
I know. She's a very happy retiree.
I love it.
So,
So, does that have, it looks like there was a cat on the cover of that one. Does
yes,
that have a
this is
cat character?
this
Okay.
is Silva.
Silva. Okay.
And we did not know. This is like because it was Patrice and I was our first cozy book. We didn't understand that they were supposed to have animals in them. And so we
Okay.
turned in the manuscript and then, we had done the first one and we're like, our our agent was like, well, what about adding a cat? And I'm like, well, we just have made this big storyline of she has no animals. It's like, okay. And of course, as you say, okay, sure, we'll figure it out. And so what we
Yes.
ended up doing is making Silva a stowaway on Charlene's moving van.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, so that way she didn't know. We didn't know. So she just still got to start off with, she didn't have pets and she didn't believe in ghosts because she was from Chicago, the
Okay.
Midwest, and she did not believe in ghosts at all. And then she loses her soulmate in a drunk driving
Okay.
accident and
Oh,
she leaves Chicago. She just, as one does, by sight unseen, a mansion in Salem. And
okay.
she's got her marketing degree, and she wants to be able to have the classiest bed and breakfast in Salem. And it's so funny because it's all about the tourist pitch. So it was a lot of fun. Patrice and I went
Oh,
to Salem for before book 2 came out. And so
okay.
we were able to do like all of the the witch tours, and we did
Oh,
we
very
went to the
cool.
Hawthorne Hotel because it was
Wow.
supposed to be haunted. We did not see a ghost, but we did
I was
look.
gonna ask what ghost experiences you had. Okay.
No, we both
Oh,
believe and we're both very respectful, but we have not had, I'm just gonna knock on wood here. We have not had. Um,
wow. Well, that's cool that you went and did that. So that gives yet another series for readers to dive into with animals, because that's what we're all about here on Sit Stay Read is good animal characters. So, do you have any other books with animals, or is those that's kind
let's
of
see what
the
this is. I'm gonna see if maybe this is better.
grabbing?
So this is my Irish Village. Let me
Oh,
see.
fun.
Yeah, Irish Castle Mystery Series.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, this is a Death in Irish Village. It's book three,
Okay.
and this has a an Irish setter
Oh, oh, yes, I see it there in
named
the cover.
Blarney. He's so cute.
Blarney. I love it. Irish setters are such fun dogs,
Oh
and
my
Blarney is
gosh,
perfect.
Blarney's so fun. And then so yeah, so I have had personally I've owned like a golden retriever
Okay.
mix, and we got her when my kids were little and we still lived in
Okay.
Spokane, and we
Okay.
named her Parsley
Oh, I
because
love it.
when we I had a bunch of parsley drying in the garage. I don't know why. I was young. And after Halloween, somebody thought that the parsley that was hanging upside down was marijuana. So
Oh
they they tried to break in to the garage to be able to steal all this parsley.
Oh no. Oh
So
no.
yeah.
Well,
So
that
we
would have
got a
been
dog that
disappointing
just
if they.
yeah. The cops were so funny. They were like, they are going to be very disappointed. They're gonna
Yes,
have headaches.
they are. Yes. So parsley was you got her because of that, just to help
Because of
kind
that,
of.
yeah.
Okay.
She was
Okay.
such a good dog. We loved her so much. Oh, she was great.
Oh, golden retrievers are so sweet. They're like labs. They're just labs with long hair. I love them. So that's
Yes.
so awesome. Very cool. Well, is this, let's see, this is book seven, but you said, I believe you said at some point that this series is starting to wrap up. Is that true, or do you have more
Yeah.
coming?
Well, so I thought actually that was going to be the end. And so then they
Okay.
were like, oh no, we're going to do one more. And so I'm okay, telling everyone, I'm like, okay, well, then there's going to be one more. Scottish Halloween
Okay.
is the end. And then I was on the plane to BoucherCon, and get off the plane, and there's this email from my agent going, well, they want one more Scottish Shire book. Okay, I'll keep writing
That's a
them, but
good
I
problem.
keep
Yeah.
bringing Paisley to the very last scene. It's like having to drag her back, going, nope, no happy ending for you
That's
yet.
right. It's just part of being a character in a book, you know?
Yeah, you were this close to getting married.
I love it. I love it. So is that what you're working on next? You said Murder at the Scottish Book Club. Is that
Yeah, we're doing Murder
right?
at the Scottish Book Club, and it's going to
Okay.
take place in January, and it's going to
Okay.
be about uh, like, are you familiar with Robert Burns? And like he was, the national poet kind of for Scotland.
Yes.
And so they
Yes.
have like Burns Night. And so there's this annual Burns Night supper that's going to be the kickoff for the book. And there's going to be some death by haggis.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
That seems fitting. I don't know if I'd be brave enough to eat haggis, but
I would try. I would try. I would try, but that's it. I never thought when we went to Greece, like I never realized how beautiful Greece was going to be. Like it was never on my bucket list.
Yeah.
But we went for a writing convention, and I just fell absolutely in love
Oh, I
with
love it.
the architecture and the history. And I ate food that I would not normally eat, but there was deep fried sardines, and you just eat the whole thing,
Oh,
just pop it all in your mouth. bones and all, and they were
Oh my
actually
gosh.
really good. I know. You're looking at me like, no, I wouldn't do it, Tracy.
But you know what? When you're there, you have to try those things. So
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
I get what you're saying. So I'm sitting here going, no, but if I was there,
I
I'll eat my
bet you
words.
would.
I would try it. Yeah.
I bet you
Yeah.
would. Now, I don't care for calamari. It's a texture thing for me.
Yeah.
And even fresh off out of the ocean, calamari, I still don't like it. And I've tried it 3 times now. So I'm done.
That one's off the list. No more. I love it. I love it. Well, cool. Well, I'm glad we get another book in the series then. I'm glad to hear that. And
Yes, I know, me too.
if readers want to find out more about your books, more about you, or just connect with you, where should they go?
They can always go to tracyhall.com, which is
Okay.
my website, and I had updated that this year, so I'm actually,
Cool.
pretty proud of myself. It was
It's like-
literally 5 years, yeah, since it had been updated. And my husband was like, because he also works, for himself, and so it's hard when you're married to, the cobbler's children didn't wear shoes or
Yes.
they're
Yes.
just so you've got a techie husband, they're not going to get to your website, just the way it is. So he was very patient with me, and he actually printed out like a cheat sheet. This is how you add the books, and this is
Oh,
how, so I
nice.
can I can do that kind of stuff myself. So
That's
yes, and I
great.
love to hear from readers. I love it, love it, love it. It's one
Okay.
of my favorite things.
Nice, nice. And it's a beautiful website, by the way, because when I always try to hop on and get to know more about anyone coming on the show, and it's gorgeous. So you did a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Are you on social media at all, or just
Yeah.
okay?
I'm doing all the things.
All that I
I
understand.
know. It's so hard because I mean we only have so much time in the day,
Mhm.
but now
Yeah.
we're kind of fighting against AI. We're fighting against
Yes.
like there's just like more things to fight against. So,
There is.
being able to be present. So I'm on Instagram, Traci Hall Author. I'm
Okay.
on TikTok, Traci Hall Author. I had taken down my TikTok and I was so excited because I absolutely loathe TikTok.
Oh
I am not a video girl. And
no.
so I went through this marketing by Shelby, and she was like, "You have to do the reels." I'm like, "Oh."
Oh.
So 2 weeks ago, I did my TikTok again, and of course, once you take it down, it's all gone. So I had to kind
Yeah.
of start from scratch, but that's fine. Be patient with me, guys. I'm trying.
I understand. And you're a step ahead of me. I've Instagram and Facebook, and I haven't taken that step into TikTok because I'm with you. I'm like, what am I going to film? I don't know.
I know, I
So,
know. And it's just like they try to make it really easy. I belong to or yeah, so I belong to BookBrush and I belong to Canva, and those are
okay.
both, pretty easy to do like your own like memes and stuff like that. And so they are helpful to us authors who understand that we're busy.
Yeah.
So
Yes. Yes. I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show
this
today
was
and
a
talking with
pleasure.
us.
Such
And
a pleasure.
oh, it was so much fun. And everyone, make sure you check out Wallace. If you're
He's so
listening
cute.
to this, you gotta either check out the YouTube video or get on Tracy's website because Wallace is adorable and he's on every cover. So, Murder at the Scottish Games comes out November 25th. So you can get your copy and you can also get the previous 6 books. And so thank you so much, Tracy.
Yay, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And everyone, until next time, keep your tails wagging and pages turning. Thanks for joining me today. Sit, Stay, Read is a part of the Authors on the Air Global Network. If you enjoyed today's author interview, be sure to leave a review and share the episode with a fellow animal-loving reader. If you're curious about the world of working dogs and wilderness adventures, please check out my books at KathleenDonnelly.com. Until next time, curl up with your best furry friend and sit, stay, read.